Once upon a time, in a certain country, there was a king who loved hats. He wore a big hat that completely covered his ears, summer or winter. The king would never take off his hat, so when he wanted to cut his hair, he would always call a barber to the castle to have it done. But strangely, none of the barbers who went to the castle ever returned. And the number of barbers in town gradually decreased. Finally, there are only 2 barbers left in this country, myself and my uncle. I'll probably be the next one to be called to the castle. I don't want to. I'm scared. The young barber was always trembling with fear, but finally he was persuaded. When the barber went to the castle fearfully, he found the king sitting in front of a big mirror waiting for him. Wanting to cut his hair, the barber removed the king's hat, and discovered that he had big drooping ears like a donkey. The barber looked so funny that he almost laughed. But he thought, if I laugh now, I'll surely be killed. The barber managed to hold it in and somehow finished cutting the king's hair without laughing. The king then asked the barber, "Do you think my ears are too long?" The barber was frightened and said, "No, I think they're normal." "I see, that's fine. But if you tell anyone about my ears, you'll lose your life." "Yes, I will never tell anyone." The barber was given lots of rewards and returned to town. When the townspeople returned from the castle, they were curious to know why the barber was wearing the king's hat. But the barber evaded the question by saying, "The king just likes hats." But as he continued to lie like this, his stomach began to swell more and he began to feel uncomfortable. When he took him to the doctor, he said, "Oh, this is a disease that makes your stomach bloated, because you are holding back what you want to say. If you leave it like this, you will die. Tell someone, or at least dig a hole and shout into it." So the barber immediately dug a big hole and shouted into it, "The king has donkey ears. The king has donkey ears. The king has donkey ears," and felt refreshed. The barber filled in the hole with a sense of relief and went home. At that moment, a seed of a tree rolled into the hole. The tree soon grew big and produced many branches. One day, a shepherd who loved flutes passed by the tree, broke off a branch, made a flute, and immediately played it. Strangely enough, the flute said, "The king has donkey ears." The shepherd thought it was a strange flute. So he let everyone listen to the sound of the flute, and so the king's secret was revealed to everyone. When the king heard the rumor, he was furious and called the barber and the shepherd. "I told you that if you told anyone, you would be killed. I didn't tell anyone, it's true. I just dug a hole and cried. I just made a flute from the tree that grew there." When the king played the flute, it really did say, "The king's ears are donkey ears." The king sighed and said, "The rumor has spread. It's impossible to hide it anymore." "Well, it's fine, I don't have to hide it anymore, and it's actually easier now. Thanks to you guys." And with that, he gave the barber and the shepherd a lot of rewards.